You think you're just getting older, but what if that weakness in your legs is a sign your muscles are being stolen, right now, without a sound? Most seniors don't lose their independence from age, they lose it from something they never saw coming. And it's hiding in your kitchen. If you knew that one simple food could stop your body from collapsing on itself, would you eat it today? Did you know that even as you sit there reading these words, your body could be losing strength, quietly, steadily, without you even noticing? That invisible drain on your muscles, that unexplained fatigue creeping in day by day, it's not just getting older. It's something much more specific, much more dangerous. Have you ever felt a strange weakness that didn't come from an illness or injury, just a slow erosion of your energy, your balance, your stability? If so, you're not alone. And what if I told you there are specific, everyday foods, right in your grocery store, that could help you reverse this silent theft of your strength? Here's the truth few people realize: after the age of 60, your body enters a phase where it begins dismantling your muscle tissue, quietly, invisibly, and relentlessly. You don't feel it happening. There's no sharp pain. No alarm bell. You just start waking up more tired than before. You find yourself pushing harder just to get out of your chair. You notice your legs feel less steady when you take the stairs. And little by little, your independence begins to slip away. But this isn't simply normal aging. It's a specific, medically recognized condition known as sarcopenia, a disease now acknowledged by the World Health Organization. Sarcopenia is the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength that begins silently, often starting as early as your 50s. And the most terrifying part? Most people don't even realize it's happening until they've already lost a significant portion of their physical ability. Unlike other diseases that make themselves known with symptoms like pain, fever, or visible inflammation, sarcopenia is a shadow disease. It works in silence, gradually eroding your strength, balance, and endurance, until one day, the signs become undeniable. You can't get up from the couch without effort. You stumble more often. You avoid certain activities out of fear of falling. And before you know it, what used to be effortless begins to feel like a challenge. But here's what most doctors won't tell you: while aging is inevitable, sarcopenia is not. It's not a guaranteed sentence. In fact, what you put on your plate each day could be the most powerful tool in your fight to preserve strength and independence. That's right, your food choices have the potential to influence how much muscle you keep, how strong you stay, and how long you can move freely through life. Cutting-edge research has shown that certain nutrients, found in everyday, affordable foods, can actually stimulate muscle regeneration, even in people well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're items you've seen before. You may even have them in your kitchen right now, or you may be missing the most important one of all. Just imagine this: you wake up one morning and can't get out of bed without help. Or you need a hand just to make it from your bedroom to the kitchen. For millions of older adults, that's not imagination, it's reality. And it often starts with one seemingly minor fall, a slip in the bathroom, a stumble over a rug, a misstep on the stairs. But the damage runs far deeper than bruises or broken bones. It shakes your confidence. It creates fear. And it begins a spiral of dependence that can be hard to escape. And the scariest part? This downward spiral often starts with a completely preventable loss of muscle. According to Harvard Medical School, up to 33% of muscle mass can disappear after age 60. Even if you eat well and try to stay active, your aging body doesn't respond the way it used to. What once worked is no longer enough. But there's hope. There's a path forward. And it begins with knowledge, and with the foods you choose every single day. What once worked to maintain your strength may no longer be enough. The way your body builds and maintains muscle in your 40s and 50s doesn't work the same after 60. But here's the uplifting truth: this decline, this weakening, this slow erosion of your power, is not your destiny. Science is now uncovering that it is not only possible to slow muscle loss, it's possible to reverse it. But only if you act soon enough. The solution? It starts on your plate. Researchers have identified precise foods that contain the exact nutrients your aging muscles crave, the kind of nutrients that can spark regeneration at the cellular level. These aren't pharmaceutical shortcuts. They're real foods, found in real kitchens, and they work with your body to restore what time has tried to take. But you have to act before the damage becomes too advanced. Every day that passes without change allows muscle mass to quietly slip away. Yet right now, you have the chance to do something extraordinary, to nourish your body in a way that not only preserves strength but can actually rebuild it. For decades, it was believed that losing muscle as you age was just part of life, a slow, painful march toward frailty. But recent medical breakthroughs are tearing that myth apart. New research is proving that sarcopenia doesn't have to win. Even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, there are strategies that can stop the decline and set you on a new path, one of strength, vitality, and independence. And one of the most powerful weapons in that fight? Food. Not just any food, but specific, nutrient-dense ingredients that have been clinically shown to stimulate protein synthesis, reduce chronic inflammation, and encourage muscle fiber regeneration. According to Harvard Medical School, bioactive compounds in certain foods perform so well they can rival, or even outperform, some medications prescribed for age-related muscle loss. In fact, in one groundbreaking clinical study, over 91% of participants aged 70 and older experienced noticeable muscle gains in just 6 weeks, simply by changing their diet. That's not a theory. That's real, measurable strength returning to bodies that were once considered too old to recover. Now, these aren't magic bullets. They're not miracle foods that work overnight. Their power lies in consistency, regular consumption paired with a balanced lifestyle and, ideally, medical guidance. The earlier you begin including them in your diet, the stronger and longer-lasting the results. The impact builds over time, layer by layer, restoring what age has slowly eroded. And here's the best part: many of these muscle-restoring foods are simple, affordable, and available at your local market. You won't need a prescription. You'll just need commitment, knowledge, and the willingness to make small changes that yield massive rewards. So in this journey, we'll walk through 13 powerful foods that have been shown to restore muscle in seniors. You'll learn how to integrate them into your meals, how to maximize their effects, and, critically, what common mistakes can block their benefits. And trust me, food number 9 will shock even experienced doctors. Let's begin. Greek yogurt, the nighttime secret that rebuilds you while you sleep. It may look simple, but this thick, creamy yogurt is a powerhouse of slow-release muscle support. Greek yogurt goes through an intensive straining process, removing most of its whey and concentrating its protein, offering up to 20 grams of high-quality protein in just one small serving. But what sets it apart isn't just quantity, it's the type of protein, casein. Casein digests slowly. Instead of flooding your body all at once, it feeds your muscles steadily over hours, making it the perfect evening fuel. Why does this matter? Because while you sleep, your body enters a natural fasted state, and that's exactly when muscle breakdown accelerates. A bowl of Greek yogurt before bed counteracts this process, supplying a steady stream of amino acids that protect your strength while you rest. But the benefits don't stop there. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, key minerals for both muscle and bone integrity. And its live probiotics enhance gut health, which in turn improves nutrient absorption and reduces systemic inflammation, an often overlooked enemy of muscle regeneration. For the best results, skip the sugary versions. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and customize it with muscle-loving add-ins like berries, flax seeds, chia seeds, or a drizzle of honey. Aim to enjoy it 3 to 4 times a week, especially at night. You'll wake up stronger, steadier, and more resilient, while others your age continue to slip into decline. Fatty fish, the omega-3 secret to muscle renewal. If there's one food group that packs a double punch against sarcopenia, it's fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna are more than just heart-healthy, they're muscle savers. Why? Because they combine complete proteins with high doses of omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, two anti-inflammatory compounds that do wonders for aging muscles. These omega-3s reduce the silent inflammation that accelerates muscle loss. But even more impressively, they increase your muscle cells' sensitivity to protein, meaning your body becomes more efficient at turning food into strength. And as you age, that efficiency naturally declines, so this support is essential. A 100-gram portion of salmon delivers around 20 grams of highly bioavailable protein, plus vitamin D and essential fats your body needs. Long-term studies have shown that seniors who eat fatty fish at least twice per week experience far less muscle deterioration and better mobility over the years. For best results, choose preparations that preserve the integrity of the fish, grilled, baked, or steamed. Avoid deep-fried or heavily salted versions. And if cooking fish regularly isn't practical, talk to your doctor about high-quality fish oil supplements, but remember, nothing replaces the full spectrum of benefits found in whole foods. Whole eggs, the humble superfood that reignites muscle growth. Eggs have been misunderstood for far too long. Once vilified for their cholesterol content, we now know they are among the most complete and affordable sources of protein on Earth. And for older adults, they may just be the missing link to muscle reactivation. Each egg contains about 6 grams of complete protein, loaded with amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But the real secret lies in the yolk, where you'll find choline, which supports neuromuscular function, and leucine, a powerful trigger for muscle synthesis. Leucine is essential for activating the mTOR pathway, your body's internal switch for building new muscle tissue. But as you age, your response to leucine weakens. That's why foods rich in leucine, like whole eggs, are critical to reigniting that signal and reversing decline. In a landmark study from the University of Illinois, older adults who ate whole eggs after physical activity experienced a 40% stronger muscle response than those who consumed egg whites alone. That's right, the yolk amplifies the benefit. Add to that a healthy dose of vitamin D, selenium, and iron, and you have one of the most compact, nutrient-dense tools for staying strong as you age. Try to include 1 to 2 eggs each morning, cooked any way you like, scrambled, boiled, poached, or in an omelet. They're quick, versatile, and powerful allies in your daily fight for mobility and independence. Nuts and seeds, small in size, but massive in impact. These tiny nutritional powerhouses may be easy to overlook, but they are among your strongest allies in the battle against muscle loss. Don't let their humble appearance fool you. Whether it's almonds, walnuts, chestnuts, sunflower seeds, or chia, these foods are densely packed with the exact tools your body needs to protect and rebuild lean muscle as you age. Inside just one 20 to 30 gram serving of almonds, you'll find around 6 grams of plant-based protein, along with magnesium, vitamin E, and zinc, 3 nutrients absolutely vital to muscle preservation. Magnesium, often called the master mineral, plays a central role in muscle contraction and cellular energy production. Without enough of it, your muscles fatigue faster, recover slower, and become far more prone to weakness. Zinc supports the production of testosterone, even in older adults, helping your body retain strength, drive, and muscular resilience. And vitamin E? It's one of nature's most powerful antioxidants, protecting muscle fibers from oxidative stress that accelerates aging and breakdown. And that's just the beginning. Pumpkin seeds and chia seeds bring even more to the table. They're rich in fiber, which supports gut health and improves nutrient absorption, a critical piece of the puzzle, because it doesn't matter how well you eat if your body can't absorb what you give it. A study from Tufts University found that older adults with higher blood levels of vitamin E maintain significantly more muscle mass over time than those with deficiencies. That's not just correlation, that's proof that these small foods yield big results. So how do you get them into your routine? It's simple. Add a daily handful of mixed nuts and seeds to your snacks, toss them into your morning yogurt or oatmeal, or sprinkle them over salads. Because they're calorie-dense, moderation matters. But a little each day goes a long way in defending your independence and rebuilding your strength. Beans and legumes, the plant-powered protectors of your muscle health. They've been on dinner tables for centuries. But few people realize the muscle-preserving magic packed inside lentils, black beans, chickpeas, and peas. These humble legumes provide a rich combination of fiber, plant-based protein, and critical minerals like iron, potassium, and magnesium, all of which play an essential role in keeping your muscles strong and responsive. 1 cup of cooked beans delivers up to 15 grams of protein, a huge contribution for those trying to fight sarcopenia without relying solely on meat. But what truly sets legumes apart is their unique content of resistant starch, a slow-digesting carbohydrate that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Why does that matter? Because a healthy gut reduces systemic inflammation, supports stronger digestion, and directly correlates with better muscle retention. Your gut and your muscles are more connected than you think. When your gut is inflamed, nutrient absorption suffers. When absorption suffers, your muscles starve. But when you nourish your gut with beans and legumes, you're creating an environment where strength can thrive. Iron in legumes also plays a critical role by helping deliver oxygen to your muscle cells, boosting both endurance and recovery. In a landmark study from Tufts University's Human Nutrition Research Center, seniors who ate legumes at least 4 times per week maintained greater muscle mass and demonstrated higher physical endurance over a 5-year span than those who didn't. Worried about digestion? Start small. Soak your beans before cooking to reduce gas-producing compounds and increase digestibility. Gradually increase your portions. Your gut will adapt, and your muscles will thank you. Let go of the idea that beans are just side dishes. They're not filler, they're functional medicine on your plate. They're an affordable, accessible, and powerful way to protect your body from the inside out. Dark leafy greens, the silent giants of muscular strength. They may seem light, fragile, almost too gentle to be powerful. But behind every leaf of spinach, kale, arugula, and Swiss chard lies a potent secret. They're loaded with natural nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide opens your blood vessels, improves circulation, and enhances the flow of oxygen and nutrients to your working muscles. This means better recovery, less fatigue, and greater endurance. It's a direct line from your plate to your legs, and it's a line most seniors overlook. Research from Sweden's Karolinska Institute found that seniors with higher nitrate intake from dark greens showed marked improvements in leg strength and walking performance. That's real, functional strength being restored by what many people push aside on their dinner plate. These greens are also rich in magnesium, potassium, and calcium, minerals required for muscle contraction, electrolyte balance, and bone stability. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach provides nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs, and magnesium is one of the first minerals to drop during muscle loss. Another hidden gem? Vitamin K. This often overlooked nutrient plays a direct role in producing the proteins needed to maintain muscle mass and prevent fractures. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology linked high vitamin K levels with significantly better strength and performance in aging adults. The bottom line: don't let greens be the garnish. Make them the main event. Aim for 2 cups a day, mixed into smoothies, sautéed with garlic and olive oil, tossed into soups, or eaten raw in fresh salads. What feels like a small choice could change the entire trajectory of your physical health. Olive oil, the fat that fights back. When we talk about building muscle, we usually focus on protein. But fat, the right kind of fat, is just as important. And none is more powerful than extra virgin olive oil, a staple of the Mediterranean diet and a scientifically proven tool in the fight against sarcopenia. Olive oil contains oleocanthal, a compound with anti-inflammatory properties similar to ibuprofen. This means it can directly counteract the chronic, low-grade inflammation that chips away at your muscle fibers as you age. It breaks the destructive cycle and gives your body room to rebuild. But that's not all. Olive oil also improves insulin sensitivity, helping your muscles pull in nutrients more effectively. This becomes even more critical with age, as your cells become less responsive to insulin. In other words, olive oil helps your muscles eat better from the inside. Research from the University of Navarra showed that seniors who consumed olive oil daily maintained better muscle strength, more mobility, and had a lower risk of physical frailty over a 5-year span. That's not hype, that's long-term, real-world transformation. Even more remarkably, olive oil supports the production of hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, both of which are essential for preserving and building muscle, even at low levels. For maximum benefit, use 2 to 3 tablespoons of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil daily, drizzle it over salads, stir it into cooked vegetables, or finish warm dishes with a splash of this golden elixir. Avoid overheating it to preserve its powerful compounds. And always choose dark glass bottles stored in cool places for maximum freshness. Berries, the sweet protectors of your muscular future. They're colorful, delicious, and often underestimated. But berries, like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, carry some of the most potent antioxidant weapons available in the world of nutrition. These antioxidants, especially anthocyanins and polyphenol, fight off the free radicals that attack your muscle cells. They reduce inflammation, speed up recovery, and help maintain strength even when other parts of your body begin to slow down. Research from Tufts University found that older adults who regularly consumed berries had better muscle performance, faster recovery, and slower age-related muscle loss. And with their low glycemic index, berries also support stable blood sugar, critical for long-term energy and muscle metabolism. Packed with vitamin C, berries also aid in collagen production, the structural protein that holds your muscle and tendons together. Include at least 1 cup daily, fresh or frozen, stirred into yogurt, added to oatmeal, or enjoyed as a vibrant snack. Each bite is more than a flavor, it's a shield for your muscles, protecting you from the inside out. Lean meat, the forgotten weapon hiding in plain sight. In a world increasingly cautious about cholesterol and red meat, many seniors have quietly removed lean meat from their diets. But in doing so, they may be surrendering one of the most powerful tools for maintaining muscle mass and physical independence. Lean red meat, like tenderloin, filet mignon, or duck breast, when selected and prepared properly, is a concentrated source of high-quality, complete protein. A modest 100-gram serving provides approximately 25 grams of muscle-rebuilding protein, packed with every essential amino acid your body needs for repair and growth. But meat's true power lies in its leucine content, a key amino acid that triggers the mTOR pathway, the biological switch that tells your body to grow and strengthen muscles. As you age, that switch gets harder to flip. Leucine gives it the push it needs. Lean meat also delivers creatine, which boosts muscular power, improves endurance, and speeds up recovery after exertion. In clinical studies at McMaster University, elderly adults who consumed lean red meat in combination with resistance training gained significantly more muscle than those eating the same amount of plant protein. The benefits don't end there. Lean meat provides iron, zinc, and B vitamins, all of which are essential for energy production, oxygen transport, and maintaining mental clarity during physical movement. For optimal benefit, enjoy 2 to 3 servings per week using grilled, roasted, or slow-cooked methods. Avoid overly fatty cuts or frying. The key is balance, quality, and moderation, and with that, meat becomes not a risk, but a restorative force. Whey protein, the gold standard for muscle recovery at any age. If there's one supplement that bridges science, practicality, and power, it's whey protein. Derived from milk during the cheese-making process, whey is the most bioavailable protein you can consume. That means your body doesn't just absorb it, it uses it fast and efficiently, getting it directly into your muscle tissues where it's needed most. What makes whey exceptional is its leucine concentration, the very amino acid your aging body struggles to access in sufficient amounts. Whey floods your system with the building blocks of new muscle, not over days or weeks, but in minutes. McMaster University's research shows that seniors who consume whey protein post-activity experience up to 40% greater muscle preservation than those who use other protein types. But even more remarkably, those who didn't exercise at all but consumed whey regularly still showed gains in strength, balance, and coordination. Whey contains more than protein. It delivers bioactive peptides that improve blood flow, lower inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity, all critical for muscle health in older adults. For best results, consume 20 to 30 grams daily, ideally after a walk, light resistance training, or any physical exertion. You can also use it to supplement a low-protein meal. Choose versions free of added sugars and artificial ingredients. Look for clean labels with third-party quality certifications. Blend it with Greek yogurt, berries, chia seeds, and almond milk for a complete, restorative shake. It's not just a beverage, it's a muscle-building ritual that can help reclaim what time has taken. Oatmeal, your morning defense against muscle fatigue. You may think of oats as heart-healthy or good for digestion, but they hold a powerful secret when it comes to muscle strength, especially for seniors. Oatmeal offers complex carbohydrates, which release energy slowly and steadily, avoiding the crashes that drain your endurance and leave your muscles underfueled. They also deliver a modest amount of plant-based protein, including methionine, an amino acid involved in protein synthesis. But oats' standout contribution? Their soluble fiber, particularly beta-glucan, which supports your gut health, and as we now know, a healthy gut equals stronger muscles. Your digestive system influences how you absorb nutrients. Oats strengthen your microbiome, lower systemic inflammation, and enhance the efficiency of everything else you eat. Combined with milk, Greek yogurt, seeds, or whey protein, oatmeal becomes a complete fuel source for your muscles. They also provide magnesium, phosphorus, and iron, three minerals directly linked to strength, recovery, and endurance. A study by the University of São Paulo confirmed that diets rich in whole grains, especially oats, are associated with improved physical performance and reduced muscle loss in older adults. Eat oatmeal for breakfast, or use it as a base for protein-rich pancakes, baked goods, or smoothies. Just avoid sugar-laden instant varieties. When prepared wisely, oats become more than comfort food, they become a foundation of sustainable strength. Tofu and tempeh, the plant-based answer to muscle resilience. For those seeking alternatives to meat, tofu and tempeh offer an elegant solution, not just for variety, but for powerful, plant-based muscle support. Made from soybeans, these two foods deliver complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids, a rarity in the plant world. Tempeh, the fermented cousin of tofu, provides up to 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, along with fiber, calcium, magnesium, and iron. The fermentation process makes its nutrients more bioavailable, easier for your body to absorb and use for muscle repair. Both tofu and tempeh are rich in isoflavones, natural compounds that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the biggest threats to aging muscles. Studies published in the Journal of Nutrition show that soy protein maintains lean mass just as effectively as animal protein, when consumed consistently. Add tofu to stir-fries, curries, soups, or even smoothies. Use tempeh in salads, wraps, or grilled dishes. 2 to 3 servings per week is all it takes to unlock their benefits. And for seniors looking to reduce meat while preserving muscle, this is a flexible, potent strategy conventional medicine rarely promotes. Avocado, the creamy fat that fuels your hormonal strength. When people think of avocados, they often think of heart health. But there's so much more to this fruit. Avocados are a rich source of monounsaturated fats, which support hormonal balance, particularly the hormones testosterone and growth hormone, both of which are essential for maintaining lean muscle mass. With age, these hormones naturally decline. And when they do, muscle loss accelerates. But the good fats in avocado help reactivate the internal chemistry that supports anabolic activity, your body's ability to build, repair, and protect muscle tissue. Beyond that, avocados deliver more potassium per 100 grams than a banana, crucial for fluid balance and muscle contraction. They're also rich in vitamin E, which guards your cells against oxidative stress, and fiber, which supports the digestive system, further enhancing nutrient absorption. In a study from the University of California, seniors who ate diets high in healthy fats, including avocados, showed better physical performance and lower rates of muscle frailty than those on low-fat diets. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of mashed avocado daily, in smoothies, on toast, with eggs, or as a base for homemade spreads. It's not just tasty. It's a subtle, daily upgrade to your strength that most people never realize they need.